Hey guys, Galucia here, and today I am going to go ahead and relive my very first zombie challenge, but on the new map. On the original one that I did on Kino der Toten, it was called the Foyer challenge because I stayed in the foyer. Stayed in the first room, and so I could only use the weapons from the first room and the quick revive. So I'm doing the same thing. It's obviously not a foyer, so the name doesn't make as much sense, but yeah, same challenge. I'm trying to just stay in the first room and see how long I can survive. And this is the most ridiculous. It's like every zombie in the map is coming through this one window. Anyway, this is a pretty difficult. I would say it's just as hard as it was for Kino der Toten. And I go prone here for no reason. Just, you know. It's just as hard for Kino der Toten, if not harder. In Kino der Toten, because of the dual staircase, usually it wasn't too difficult to funnel the zombies up one staircase, like have them all coming up the one staircase after you, and then like making your way around in a loop. And here, it would be not too bad, except for the fact that all these spots where you can drop off the railing, the one just to my right there and the other one on the complete opposite end over by where you buy the Olympia, not only can zombies drop down from those places if you're below, but they can jump up. So this becomes a problem. There's really no safe place to be pretty much at all. So yeah, it's a pretty difficult challenge. You'll see right here there's one leaping up, so that's a good example. So obviously I go for the Olympia first. It's definitely the more effective of the two weapons. The M14 is not going to do a whole lot for me. It's a nice weapon. I like it. You know, I like the real life version of it. It's a fun weapon to shoot, and I like it in certain other games. It's probably my favorite weapon to use in Battlefield Bad Company 2, the Vietnam expansion. It's pretty dope for that, but as I've said before in my weapon series for Nazi zombies, not so much. So, but it's all you got, and it's better than the pistol, obviously. So you just got to go with it. But yeah, this was definitely pretty challenging. I really enjoyed it though. I had a lot of fun. I got some early kind of dumb deaths. My goal was basically to make it to round 8, because if I'm not mistaken, that's how far I made it the first time I did this on Kino der Toten. So I kind of just wanted to match that, and I won't give it away whether or not I do that, but it was definitely difficult to match that goal. This guy coming out of nowhere. And then that guy came through the window, and I thought that was pretty ridiculous. So that's my first death. And that guy shouldn't even have been in the window to come out anyway, because I already put all kinds of rounds in his direction with the shotgun. So I thought he should have been gone. So as you know, you only get 3 uses of the quick revive before it's gone. There, one of the zombies gets decapitated. And yeah, I did not see that guy drop down. Now in watching it, I see him drop down, but at the time, did not notice. But anyway, yeah, you only get 3 goes at the quick revive. So, you know, to waste one in round 3 is a travesty. So right now I'm just leaving this one rogue zombie. Well, I was going to, I should say, and then I decided just to use up a bunch of pistol rounds and get a whole bunch of points for it before buying the M14. I kind of change up my strategy like 3 or 4 times while I'm doing this. I'm trying to find like where's a good spot to kind of stay. I'm figuring I want to start at the top, so that when things get hairy, I can drop down. There's only one way to go up, and that's the staircase. But there's 3 ways to go down: the staircase and 2 drop points. So I kind of feel like that's what I should be doing. And right here, I'm kind of thinking I want to hang out on this end, because I can always drop down right there to right there. And the only way they can come at me is this barricade behind me, or basically in front of me, either from jumping up at that thing, or like that guy just did, or, you know, from the other direction, like walking across the thing there. But then a whole bunch come up at once, and due to the fact that the Olympia is ridiculous with its reload time, and that I did not kill that guy with it for some reason, even though I was point blank in round 4, the whole situation gets away from me. I pretty much knew I was going to die So I was just trying to get as many of them as I could and stay alive as long as I could, hoping that some of them would get closer so that I could make use of my explosive rounds during death. So anyway, now I only got a couple random zombies lingering, so I figured I'm going to use my time to rebuild the barricades and all that stuff. So first death was in round 3, second death round 4. So yeah, it wasn't that great of a start, and at this point I'm starting to think like I'm not even going to be able to use this footage. Although usually in the challenge, well, not usually, every single time in the challenge series, I have always used the very first take. I think that's part of the nature of the challenge. So this is my very first attempt at this. I'm sure if I wanted to do this 100 times, you know, I can make it to a much farther round. But I'm really looking to just do this in one take just to see, you know, how I get it done. And somehow he just decides to start running now. I don't know, but whatever. So he's dead. But up to this point, so far the farthest I've ever gotten in zombies was round 9 on solo on Ascension. Anyway, because I don't really have any map knowledge yet. I just started playing it. I've only legitimately played the map, I think, like 2 or 3 times. And I'm still having trouble. I can't log in to Steam with friends. I can only get into random lobbies. And I tried a random lobby. It's actually, believe it or not, the very first time I've ever tried a random lobby for zombies. And I was always afraid to try a random lobby because I figured it would be all kinds of failures. And my fears came true because it was terrible. The host had terrible lag. It was super amounts of ping, and one of the players bailed by like round 3. The other players were like sketchy at best. It's like playing the lottery, and you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. So I don't really care for random lobbies, and I would much rather play with my friends. But for some reason, Steam just does not want to work right now, and I cannot invite my Steam friends, and they can't invite me. It's really frustrating because I really want to make some videos. And one thing that's really bothering me is that I really want to do an open lobby with you, the peeps, but I can't do an open lobby because if you try to join my lobby, it just puts you into a random server with random people. It's like really bizarre. So if anyone has an answer for me, put it in the comment section, or if it's, you know, more complicated than a comment, then send me a private message, because as soon as I get that squared away, I definitely want to have an open lobby for zombies for sure. Here I got a little bit of luck because the stairs were open, so I was able to maneuver a little bit. But at this point, when I'm in the bottom, I really have no idea where I want to go. I kind of figure I want to like take them around this I don't remember what they're called, but the thing in the middle, but there's really no way to funnel them, so I pretty much know I'm done for. But at least they're all around me, so I just start going buck wild with the grenade rounds, just trying to take out as much as I can. But anyway, yeah, I would love to do an open lobby with the peeps, but it's not going to work until I fix Steam. And I've tried everything I can think of, and yeah, I have not gotten it to work yet. And Steam has like no customer support pretty much at all, and it's pretty frustrating that they and right here I got stuck. I didn't realize that the pipes were going to cut me off, but luckily I got them finished. And yeah, so now I'm just reloading, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, let me just go buy some rounds. But anyway, so yeah, they have like no customer support. Like there's no, like, it's impossible to like find a number and like try to actually talk to a human being from Steam and be like, hey, what's the deal? And to be honest with you, it has to hurt their sales, because I'm not the only person that's going through it, and I'm not going to buy any more games on Steam until I know that this problem is fixed, because what's the point if I can't play online with my buddies and I can't do open lobbies with my peeps? So yeah, kind of frustrating. And right here I had to sprint to get away, slowing down my reload, making me walk some more. This is pretty much, I'm going to just spoil it for you, the end. So I didn't quite make it to round 8, made it to round 7. It's best I could come up with. There's pretty much nothing else I could do with it. I'm sure I could get farther, but like I said, first take, this is what I got. So like always, I'm going to challenge you guys to give this a shot, see how you can do, and let me know. Laters.